Arjun, welcome to Movie Talkies.
Thank you.
Your granddad was a very decorated army officer.
Yes, both of them actually.
Yes. So, how do you feel to be a part of Paltan?
It's an honor, really. I mean, to walk in the footsteps of such wonderful soldiers, and officers who did something so special for the country, and somewhere that story got lost or, not highlighted. And to be able, after so many years, from 1967 to now, I don't even know how many years that is, like over 50 years, you suddenly get to bring that to the forefront again and give all these wonderful soldiers their due.
All right. So, did you ever want to be an army officer?
Well, yeah. I mean, my Dadaji, Nanaji, my dad went to the NDA. He broke his back, so he couldn't join the army. So everybody's eyes were on me, and they thought I was going to join. And I was, yeah, totally, I'm going to join the army. Because I also grew up in Devlali, which is a cantonment area. So I hung out a lot with a lot of army officers' kids, and in that whole area, I used to see all these soldiers do their drills. I said, yeah, for sure, I'm going to be joining the army. But then I guess as I grew, my whole aptitude went more towards creativity, and yeah, I'm lucky to be able to play one.
So, did it help you being an army brat to prepare for this film? Because you were
Yeah,
already
of course.
aware of.
Yeah, in fact, everybody calls me Arty Boy. Even when I went to Ladakh Scouts, even in Ladakh, they all called me Arty Boy. So I thought, am I artistic? And that's why they're calling me Arty Boy. But no, because of artillery. Because my granddad was part of the artillery and he made the first gun. So they knew about it. And they used to call me Arty Boy there. So yes, it does help, for sure. When you have, memories, you have experienced, living with people who have been very closely associated, who have been in the army.
Were you aware of the 1967 war before you came on board?
No, actually not at all. I don't think any of us were aware of it, and that's what really took me by surprise, because I really thought that I knew a lot of our history. And I feel that this should be in our history books, and hopefully after this film comes out, it will be incorporated and not be just, sidelined the way it has been.
So, because not much is known about this entire incident, do you feel that there is even more responsibility on all you guys?
Yes, we felt that while making it. I think that JP sir felt it, that it was his responsibility to tell the story, and he chose his characters, which he says, I didn't pick you all, those guys picked you all to play them. So, and his whole level of emotion towards the armed forces, it's amazing. So, yeah, I'm very glad that there is pressure. I hope we've justified it.
You shot in Ladakh, the altitude is very, very high and the temperature is very low, and you also shot with real soldiers. How difficult was it?
So initially it is a bit difficult because you're acclimatizing. I was training there a lot. I wanted to get really fit out there, as a soldier. But the world that JP sir creates, you just go there and you blend in, you feel this energy. It's a surreal energy that takes over you. You are working with soldiers. You see them so fit, running up and down. So you don't want to be left behind. So you kind of, put extra effort into it, and then slowly you kind of get used to the terrain, you get used to the climate, your body adjusts.
You worked with JP Datta here. He started his trilogy with Border. Any memories associated with that film?
Yeah, so Border, I remember watching it at the Sumit Preview Theatre, which is Prakash Mehra's theatre, and it really took everybody. Like the last, I remember 35-40 minutes of the film was super emotional, and after it got over, that was the first time I saw JP sir, where he walked down and he was wearing this camouflage jacket and a cap, like as if he was a general. Okay, and he just walked in and he still had that great presence, and everybody stood up and there was gave him a standing ovation.
So what kind of a director is he?
He's a very intense director. He is a director who's very clear about what he wants. He doesn't like his actors to overthink their characters too much. He likes them to submit themselves to him, and then he takes them on a ride, which is very enjoyable.
So there's a scene in the trailer where we see the Chinese troop pelting stones at Indian army.
Yeah.
Still it is happening in Kashmir. How do you think that we should deal with stone pelters?
So that's different, you know, when people who you're protecting, you know, we are fighting between in the film. So and that happened. So all the things that are incidents that you see have been incidents which obviously are from research and which has been documented in the film. But if you take a Kashmir incident where people from civilians out there are pelting your army, that is absolutely unacceptable. Because those people are deployed there for their safety. Okay, and some people, if they're not happy about it, yeah, that's not the way to express their emotions, because the Indian Army is something which we are very proud of, and people who mistreat them should be punished severely.
So you're only doing performance-oriented roles right now. Your last film, Daddy, you were outstanding in
Thank
it.
you.
Is it a conscious decision now to do only author-backed
No,
roles?
I mean, you just want to find parts which you know you really enjoy doing. So it's if they come to me, and if the directors feel that yeah, you know, he's capable of doing that, that's good enough. But it's the kind of work, you know, that you also choose and you like to do. Yeah.
So tell our audiences quickly why they should watch Paltan.
Well, I would just tell you all that it's a very, very important part of history. It's a very intriguing story, you know, and I didn't know about it. Being a person from army, you know, and I read a lot. So, and if I didn't know about it, I don't know why it was sidelined. Go on the 7th of September, watch what these wonderful characters did for us and how they saved Sikkim from China.
Arjun, it was great talking to you, and I wish you all the very best for Paltan and all your future endeavors.
Thank you so much.